Good morning. Good morning. Today is April 16th. 4 days before what could possibly be a huge false flag. Or just a cool date for a ritual. You know, if these controllers really use astronomy and astrology to plan out their rituals and their sacrifices and all that, well, April 20th would line up exactly with Trump's 2 weeks. So it's either going to happen here or in Iran. Could very well be Iran, and then everything will hit here in July. Vice versa, but I really believe that from April 20th to the end of April and then the whole month of July, it's going to be a little crazy. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, I wish I would have done a video. Who was it? Yesterday morning, I threw in a few full lengths of half-inch copper. So I was getting ready. I'm starting to make my cloud busters. I have a bunch of copper over there next to the barn. What's up, geese? What's up? My normal geese is gone, and these two came and took over. I'm kind of bummed because my resident geese that was always here, he'd come over for breakfast every morning when I let the chickens out. But anyway, yeah, look how it's already getting clear. You can already see through it over there. You couldn't see through any of this right here yesterday. So once we start getting a little more clear, I'll do another video tomorrow. I'll show you. It'll be even more clear. But yeah, dude, copper. Great filtration. I've been putting it in my chicken water bowls. I got like these little, they're like these little copper straps that you use to put, decorative copper when you want it all to look nice. They got these little wall brackets that hold the copper onto the walls. I took one of each of those and I put it into my chicken's water bowls. I started doing that about 6 months ago. They used to get like green slime and all that in them. Haven't had any of that since I started putting a little copper in each of their water bowls. I also have a piece of copper in the bottom of my my Berkeley water filter, my filtration system, because I got filtration system underneath the sink, and then it goes through the Berkey, and then I have distilled, and then I have shungite water. I get my structured water from my fruits. But where was I? Got sidetracked with that pond. Okay. So, does anyone understand what's happening? All of a sudden now you got these controlled op influencers like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens going against Trump, talking about all this stuff that many of us were telling you years ago about Trump. But now they've got the green light to give you this information. Why do you think that is? Why do you think Melania came out and said, "Oh, let's release the Trump files, all this"? Dude, this is all about getting Trump out of office, getting everyone to turn, having everybody turn on Trump, and then kick his ass out. I'm trying to remember, is it the 25th Amendment? 25th? I think it is. And then if he's kicked out during his term, then Vance steps up. You know Vance, the guy who literally got into politics and got where he is through Peter Thiel and Peter Thiel's money. The same Peter Thiel that started up PayPal with Elon. The same Elon that basically funded Trump. You see how this is working yet? These technocrats, they're running the show. Behind the curtain, just like the Wizard of Oz, you know, behind the curtain? Well, behind that curtain, you got the this world isn't what you think it is, all right? You have to wake up. Because once Thiel steps in, or the reptile, his puppet Vance, because all these people, they all work with Rothschilds. Because the devil sends a beast with wrath, because he knows his time is short. Don't you guys get it? The Bible is unfolding before your eyes. That's part of the deception as well. You see, they're using scripture as the script. And it's keeping everybody so focused, thinking this is all biblical, when in fact, this is all scripted. The Bible is just a story that's been duplicated and switched up and changed over thousands of years, if not tens of thousands of years, if not hundreds of thousands. We don't know. We really don't know anything. We do know there's resets. We do know that empires only last for 250 years. We do know that the end is coming, right? So on a different note, I was cruising yesterday and I was wondering, you know, what if something happens to my house? You know, because all this aluminum and barium and graphene, all this shit that they're spraying. See? I mean, you can look up and see them anytime you want. But extremely flammable. So I'm wondering if this is the year that my neighborhood burns. But we got pretty close a couple years ago. I was right on the evacuation line. And I won't leave this time either. I'm not going anywhere. But I was thinking the other night, I was just thinking, what if something happens to the house? I guess I could live back here in the garage for a while till it gets rebuilt or something. And I was like, what would I do for a bathroom? I was cruising home yesterday. I was coming down the hill from the hardware store that I called up, and they said they had a 5.5-inch hole saw, and I drove all the way up there. They didn't have it. They didn't even know who I talked to. They didn't know anything about anything. Nobody knew anything. And I'm like, I even said to him, I said, did I transfer to a different dimension? Did I switch consciousness? I just talked to you guys yesterday. Nobody had a clue what I was talking to. I even showed him the phone. I showed him the phone number. Look, I talked to you guys twice. Nobody understood. Nobody knew what was going on. It was a very strange day. But on the way down the hill, I seen this sitting in front of somebody's house. And I was like, oh, well, there you go. There's my outdoor there's my back bathroom. I use that, and then I got me another chair to sit on while I'm pulling weeds and shit. Oh yeah. But anyway, I'm just, this is insanity. Everything's playing out. Everything's playing out, man. You need to wake up. I clean this thing out today, and then open the door, see if the little chickies will come out. They gotta start going out. Chickens been acting weird. Yeah, it's like yesterday. I came in here today and they were all in the corner on the other side, which was kind of weird. And then yesterday I was out and all the chickens just started clucking. All of them. I mean, clucking loud for no reason. And, it's like the cluck that they do after they lay an egg. But nobody laid an egg. They were all just out here, just clucking like crazy. And I came out and I'm like looking around. I'm like, what's going on? I just wondering if maybe they felt something. They felt some kind of thing in the ground. So I've been watching people talking about feeling vibration coming up from the ground through their feet and all that. And I watch all these videos of people's shelves, glassware vibrating and all this. And you need to understand what's happening. I mean, these earthquakes. Told you in the video yesterday, these earthquakes aren't real, dude. They're man-made. People need to stop. People need to get this this thing of how they're natural out of their head, because there's nothing natural about any of it. God has nothing to do with any of it. Where the hell is she going? Sheena! She just darted back there like she saw something. And the chickens are back there. I wonder if she's seen something. Good girl. Might have been something back here after my chickens. Although there is a couple of cats that cruise around. The cats won't bug the chickens. The little stray cats, feral cats around. Sheena! Heel! What was it? What was it, Sheena? Jack? You better watch over these ladies, Jack. All right, well, I had other things I was going to say, but once again, my mind is blank. It's been happening a lot lately. I'm going to do some weed whacking today. I was going to wait, because it's supposed to rain again in a couple days. I should just wait, but God, it's still soaked. All the ground's still soaked from that last rain. And not to mention there's an underground water system over here I didn't know about when I bought the house. Nobody told me anything. So it gets very wet. What are you doing, little lady? Stay down. Stay down, muddy paws. Weirdo. But anyway, all right. Sorry I wasted your time. If you listened, appreciate you. Much love. And yeah, maybe when it comes to me later, I'll jot it down and try to remember. All right then. Much love, y'all. Peace out.